Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Wednesday. It is August 5th, 2026. I literally just heard Thursday again. I've been hearing it all morning. All morning. All morning. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you, right? God's kiss. Whatever doesn't, leave it on this table. This one, right here. This one. We just don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. If it doesn't ring true, it's not for you. Okay. We're going to use Deck of the Undead by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I have 2 copies of this deck because I'm a pretty princess. I'm the Tarot Oracle Queen. I'm just kidding. I do not want to be a queen. Trust, I don't want to be a princess. I don't want to be a queen. And what is it I said? I commented on another reading's read one day. And I said something. I think I said I'd rather be a high priestess or magician. And that is absolutely true. Do not call me an empress. Do not call me a princess. Do not call me a queen. Absolutely the fuck not. We got 1 on the table. That was fast. 2 on the table. 1 major. No reversal. I reference Seinfeld a lot. I just heard she's a two-face. It's the episode where Jerry dates the woman who looks really good like in the light, but when there's like a shadow or it's a little dark, like all of a sudden her face becomes darker and she looks moody and cranky and she looks like her face is caved in, and he's like, she's a two-face. She's actually a beautiful woman. She really is. It's funny how they did that, like how they made her look like that, because she looked like her face was sunken in and everything. It's like, I realize that sometimes we look different in different light. I get that, but like it could not, there is no way that it would be that extreme. We got 4 on the table. We have 2 major. Now, I don't think a person is necessarily two-faced. I think what I'm seeing is like, kind of like 2 sides to every story. Does that make sense? I got my nail glued on. No, I'm not giving you the finger. Like, I literally went this morning to get some cat food and gas, and I had to get cash for my tattoo on Saturday. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to look for glue. And it took me forever to find the freaking glue. I was looking all over by the nail polish and nothing. And then for some reason, they had like the fake nails with the nail polish. And then they had like all the nail polish remover at the end of the aisle. And then above it, they had like little sponges and nail clippers and all that stuff. And like right there in between, in the middle at the top, was nail glue. And I was like, you could have put that by the fake fucking nails. That's where I was looking the whole time. So far, so good. Just 1 little dollop. I think it was $4 for the glue. Okay, we're doing 2 more shuffles. Yeah, 2 sides to every coin, right? I think what's coming through is, and I'm just going to say it like is this a love story? I think as humans, we all have two faces, right? I mean, you can call somebody a two-faced motherfucker, but I mean, we all have two faces. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I'm healing just like everybody else. I make mistakes. I do stupid shit. I think I talked about this last night or the night before. Um, I'm not always happy. Sometimes I'm sad. Sometimes I'm upset. Sometimes I'm grumpy. Sometimes at the warehouse, I'm just hot. And that makes me look like I'm grumpy. So, like, everybody has different faces, right? Technically, you have more than two. I mean, think about all the emotions you could possibly have. Those are all your faces. Is somebody looking at someone like this? We got one more shuffle. Okay. There's the kitty. I don't know if there's any food out there. I put it out last night. I think she's pregnant. She's kind of walking funny. But she's tiny. I don't know really. I don't know the lives of the ferals. I don't really keep track mostly, but I know there's one little orange one back there that grew up a little bit. It's probably like a teenager now, I would say. I want to bring him in so bad. He's so cute. I have a thing for orange cats. I really do. Right now, bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles, but I'm going to do one more shuffle. Six on the table. Seven on the table. I can't see it because it's upside down. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. And we got 8 cards at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Wands. Pick your poison, choose your doom. Queen of Pentacles is at the top. 6 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands. That's interesting. Bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands, and then after it is the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. I'm going to set this on the box. We got 8 cards at bottom of the deck. We got Ace of Pentacles. We got the Star. I'm going to move these over so I can... We've got Strength. 10 of Cups. Pardon me. I just had my breakfast. Knight of Wands. Protein shake. With protein coffee. 4 of Cups. I'm trying to eat light today because I want to go get some Mexican this afternoon for my dinner. I already know what I want. I want 2 shrimp quesadilla, and I want a large horchata. I'm only going to drink about half of the horchata, and the other half I'm going to take and mix with coffee for tomorrow for work. And I want to have my beer tonight. I bought 2 cans yesterday. I had one last night. I want to have the other one tonight. We've got Queen of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. These are just cards. Sex is just a word. Female, male is just a word, right? So take how it resonates. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. So I said before, two-faced, like the two sides of the coin. Somebody is looking at this star, okay? And it's like somebody's seeing all aspects of them, all right? And it's with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. They're realizing that they love all aspects of whomever this is, whomever this star is. Like, I love their dark side, their light side, their angry side, their fun side, their cute side, their ugly side. They look at this star as unique, is what came to mind, but very balanced. Balanced. See how you got the little infinity symbol? I feel like this is two people. I feel like I feel like one of these is the star and one of these is the person watching. It gives me like a very like love hate, like a love hate, but more love than hate. Does that make sense? And I mean, some connections are like that. Some relationships are like that. And it's not really hate, right? Like, it's just more like, because I'm not getting like toxicity. It's more like ego going up against ego, like two people butting heads. I don't want to say competition. I don't want to say competition, though it could be there. Competition, jealousy, envy could definitely be involved when the ego is involved. This person thinks that this star is their Ten of Cups. This person is a Knight of Wands. This is the funny thing. This star is the Queen of Wands. They, okay? I mean, it looks like a feminine, but I'm going to say they, trying to keep it neutral. They, very fiery. They're very fiery. They might have fire in their chart. They might be a fire sign. Again, that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in that order. I say in that order because that's how the chart runs, okay? Very fiery, very passionate, and like I said, you could definitely see, I mean, look at this. They're both fiery, they're both passionate. You could definitely see like where they would butt heads, like they would come up against one another. I just heard the word silly. They're silly. They're, I want to say, oh, like I have a word in the back of my head, in the back of my mind, but I can't remember. Like, I can't feel, what is it? It's not adversary. There's a word for it, but the closest thing I could think of is butting heads. Seriously. It's not polar opposites. Because I don't think they're opposite at all. I think they're two people that are very much alike. And looking at the layout of the cards, like I could see these two people being each other's Ten of Cups. Most definitely. Most definitely. But So here's the thing. I said it's like a battle of ego, right? I'm looking at the Knight of Wands, and then I'm looking at the Four of Cups, which came after, okay? Knight of Wands, if it moves, ride it. If it burns, better. The Four of Cups, you still don't want what's left? Should have been a question mark there at the end. You still don't want what's left? Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, came after the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is command the blaze, rule the ruin. It's like I'll go down in the fire, right? Like, you know, like as long as I can control it, I'm gonna go down with it. That's pretty much what the Knight of Wands says. If it moves, ride it. If it burns, better. It's almost like the same thing. Six of Pentacles, don't ask what it'll cost. Hattie Thorne wrote Oracle on all of these tarot cards, which I love. I love that. You know what's funny is these two both want to be together. I'm just gonna say that. Whomever these two people are, this Knight of Wands, this Queen of Wands, they both want to be together. And it's there. Like it's in the reading. I never ever looked at this and thought that this was a couple. Ever. Never in my wildest dreams would I look at these two and be like, oh yeah, they're a couple. It's a zombie lion and a zombie feminine. For some reason I'm like hearing Lion King. I think I only ever watched that movie once. They are each other's 10 of cups. This is, like I said, they're both fiery, they're both passionate, they're both in their ego. And when I look at this Four of Cups and this Six of Pentacles, they're both gonna, I mean, it's just gonna happen, right? I mean, everybody does it in relationships. They're both gonna have to compromise. Like they're both gonna have to bend a little bit. Now I'm hearing what is that, Creedence Clearwater, Around the Bend. I love CCR. I love CCR. Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. I think I have that song on my playlist too. Around the Bend. Yeah, like they're both gonna have to just concede that ego a little bit. A little bit. I only say that because I almost feel like I don't feel like there's a lack of communication. I don't see that at all. I feel like when I look at these two in this picture, I feel like there's a lot of communication. I just feel like there's a lack of understanding of the other side. So there needs to be like compromise. There needs to be like equal give and take. Like I'm going to listen to you, but you got to listen to me. If I'm going to let you finish your sentence, you're going to let me finish mine. You know, it just, and it's not bad. It's not at all bad energy. I just think it's two people so alike. So alike. This is funny because I feel like this Queen of Wands is me. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at the card and this feminine is standing on top of a car that has torches blazing. I, you guys know I walk a lot now, right? Anywhere from 4 to 12 miles a day. Although lately I really haven't. Sunday I did 12, but that was kind of like a fluke because lately I haven't been doing more than 8 just because I'm kind of like trying to like rest and relax. Like I don't want to overdo it. But I could totally see doing that. Like, yeah, let me put torches on my car and stand on my car because my car can catch on fire. I'm just going to walk home anyway. But when I look at the Knight of Wands, it's like, nope, like this is my chariot. Like this is my baby. Like I'm going to drive this until it catches on fire and I have to hop off, you know? Two very strong personalities. And I don't mean this in a violent way. I don't mean this in a violent way because I do not condone abuse or violence in a relationship in any individual whatsoever. But when I look at this, it's like one of these persons is like a speaker, right? Like open communication. I want to say yelling, but I don't mean it like in a negative way. And another person is more physical, is more like, but again, it's not abusive. It's like communication style, I guess you would say. I never thought I would look at that card and say that. Like, oh, look at this couple. Aren't they cute? This is the lion. This is the zombie feminine. They're great. It's great. And they're each other's 10 of cups. At the bottom, Hattie Thorne wrote, happiness is how you remember it. Happiness is what you make of it. And just because you have two very strong personalities, two very fiery, passionate people, it doesn't mean that they can't make it work. It doesn't mean that they can't be healthy and happy and love being together. They could, most definitely. And again, I think you see this little infinity symbol, and I just keep hearing balance, balance. Like there's a balance there. It's all about like two people finding balance in their relationship, in their connection. And I also, looking at this Knight of Wands, this Four of Cups, they don't want a piece of this Queen of Wands. They want the whole package. They want everything. The Knight of Wands wants the Queen of Wands just as she is. Like, I want that fire, I want that passion, I want that love. Like everything that they see in her, them, sorry. I'm trying. Everything that they see in them, like that's what they want. And I said that at the beginning. I said somebody's looking at them like it's almost like they have someone on a pedestal. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, my little piercing is itching in there. I don't really believe anybody should be on a pedestal. I really don't. But this isn't bad because it's whomever. I mean, technically, a Knight of Wands is below a Queen of Wands, right? Like this is a Knight of Wands that would hopefully get to a Queen of Wands, right? And then the both of them hopefully would get to Emperor Empress, right? That would be the whole goal. I think this Knight of Wands really admires and looks up to this Queen of Wands. And again, you can flip flop it. The Queen of Wands could be a masculine, the Knight of Wands could be a feminine. It really does not matter. I think the Queen of Wands, like the Knight of Wands wants everything that this Queen of Wands has to offer. Okay. But I think the Queen of Wands is very much more in tune with the fact that the two of them are going to have to compromise with each other. I think the Queen of Wands, being the Queen of Wands, is very much more in tune with the fact that They both have very strong personalities. And if they're to come together, like there's definitely going to need to be some type of compromise. And if the Knight of Wands has not reached that conclusion, they will. It might take them a minute, but they will. And if they don't, the Queen of Wands is probably going to tell them. I mean, that's one of the cornerstones of a relationship, right? Is foundation, solidarity, support. And if you're not having open communication with your partner, then you have no foundation, you have no stability, you have no support. There's also, I'm looking at the Star card, I'm looking at the Queen of Wands, I'm looking at the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands is also looking at this Queen of Wands, the Star, right? They're the same person. Very much a wish fulfillment. I'm not necessarily getting like soulmate divine counterpart, but it could be. It could be. They could be to each other. Oh, pardon me. And it's kind of funny because, like I said, they both have very fiery personalities. They're both very strong individuals. They both are, a little bit in their ego. The Queen of Wands knows that there needs to be compromise. This Knight of Wands just has the hope. Like they have, I don't want to say an innocent or naive quality, but they have hope. Like I said, this is they're very enamored with whomever this Queen of Wands is, the Star, very much so. Like they believe there's a lot of hope there. And you kind of remember too, the backdrop of this deck of cards is like zombie apocalypse. So it's like the Knight of Wands in the face of everything that could possibly happen in this world, in this universe. I have hope that the Queen of Wands, aka the Star, and I will be together. I like it. I like it a lot. It's not bad. It's not negative energy. It's positive energy. I'm picturing one of those cartoons where they show the cartoon bulls running towards each other and they lock horns, but then they can't get their horns apart. I'm picturing like two bulls like running towards each other and they lock horns and then they're like looking at each other and they're like, "Well, you want to go get something to eat? You want to hang out for a bit?" "Yeah, I could hang out for a bit. What do you want to eat?" "Oh, I want, hot wings." "Oh, hot wings, man. What about some pasta?" "Pasta? That's a lot of carbs. What about some burgers?" "Oh my God, burgers. That's a lot of grease." And I picture them like walking off into the sunset. Like an old married couple, like arguing. But if they were people, right? If they were humans, like they'd be holding hands and they'd be like giving each other like little glances, like, "Oh, I love you, like you're my person." Meanwhile, they're still arguing about what they're going to get for dinner. Oh my God. That's funny because whenever I go out with anybody for a dinner, I always say, I said, "You pick." I said, because I literally will eat anything. The only thing I don't eat is octopus and mushrooms because I'm allergic. And I would never eat octopus anyway. I love octopus. they're one of the most intelligent creatures on our planet, and we're eating them. What are we doing? We should be giving their species safe harbor. I once posted on TikTok a little scientific meme about how scientists believe that one day, if humankind falls, octopus could rise and rule the world. I mean, they kind of already do. They kind of underneath the sea. They kind of already do. Honestly, they're very smart, and beautiful creatures. Beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, I eat anything, y'all. I mean, I talked about this last night on one of the readings. Like, I've always been a big girl, even since I was a kid. I think I started gaining weight when I was 10, and like I've always loved food, always. I mean, I know I used it as a barrier, right, to protect myself from harm. That's why I didn't really care about putting on weight, but at the same time, like I still love food, you know. I still love food. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I'm gonna leave it there because it's like beating a dead horse. I like it though. I like it though. Too, and it makes me want to laugh because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of love there between two people. I think that the key is communication. I think the key is expressing oneself to the other because I think that's gonna be key in keeping a relationship together because two very strong personalities, very strong. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Wednesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.